Hello everybody, it is I, Rob4Games, and I am back with my Pathfinder Adventures guide videos, bringing you episode 2 of how to create your character. If this is your first video, guys, check out my last one where I show you guys how to make a human fighter, and basically how to understand the Pathfinder character sheet on Roll20. There's a lot else on the character sheet. Don't worry, this is just the basics. In future videos, I can go over other things as well. So, first thing I want to go over, as always, is when you're in Roll20, go to your settings, make sure you enable 3D die, automatically roll 3D die. This basically gives you the cool die actually rolling on the screen, as opposed to just numbers. The other things you guys will need is you can use the Pathfinder Companion that's built into Roll20. It gives you a lot of information about rules, skills, races, classes, a lot of stuff. Or you can use the Pathfinder Reference Document, which basically is the compendium in a website form, and it has a bit more information in it as well. Now, you guys might have seen up here what it says, and that's because the next class we will be going over is the Rogue. So we go from being the beefy man castle warrior who is going to destroy everything to the sneaky Rogue. Now, as a Rogue, let's name him. What shall we name him? Grell. Let's name him Grell. And he'll be a rogue. So as always, on your first sheet, you have your name, your race. In this case, I'm going to make my rogue a halfling. Gender, let's do male as well. Alignment, you can go to the rogue, see alignments of any. But let's make him lawful evil. Size, obviously, size is going to be different because we're a halfling. So you see halflings are small. So +1 to mod, +2 to skill, bipedal. Age, I like to see the ages. You can see it under the getting starting area, I believe. Oh, not getting started, my bad. I believe it is under equipment. Either way, I believe they will just put a random age for now. Height 3'5", weight 90, whatever. Again, that's all your roleplay information, your age, height, and weight. That's not relevant to the actual stats for your class. Race, I have basic vision. Nothing special. Normal, let's give him green eyes. Let's make him have brown hair. And same thing, deity, all that is roleplay. Languages, they begin by speaking Common and Halfling. So I can put that in. And if I have more intelligence, I can learn more languages. Ability scores. Again, as always, the system I am using is the 4d6 K3 system. So you type in roll 4d6 K3. That rolls 4 die, drops the lowest one. 9. We're off to a splendid start today. 13. A little better. 15. 18. 16, and 12. So we got 9, 13, 15, 18, 16, and 12. So right away, I'm going to put the 18 in my dexterity. Dexterity is a very important stat. 16. I'm going to put a 9 in strength. 16, I'm going to put in... I don't know if it's intelligence or modifier or wisdom would be better. Let's do intelligence. 16. Wisdom 15. Constitution 13. And charisma 12. Now, as you can see, when you do that, it automatically changes the modifiers for you. Class, Rogue. Rogue's HP starts off at a D8. I'm going to roll for my HP. 1d8. I get 8. Gold roll right there. FC, I'm going to give myself a skill point as opposed to... FC means favorite class. So what that means is at level 1 in Pathfinder, you get to choose a favorite class. Normally, this is the class that you actually start out at level 1. Whenever you level up that class, you get the option of either +1 health or +1 skill. So I put into one column. So, in my case, I'm going to put skill. BAB is your base attack bonus. This comes from if you go to the Pathfinder document right here. This table isn't in the compendium. In Roll20, everything else is. So I like to use that. So it's 0, 0, 2, 0. That's 0 fort, 2 reflex, 0 will, +1 level. And skills per level is 8 plus the intelligence modifier. So I'm just going to put the 8. And then later on, the sheet automatically calculates my skills later on. And you can see my HP changes because of the Constitution modifier by 1 automatically. Initiative. 4 because of my dexterity, it's automatically there. Base speed. As a halfling, I only have 20 feet. Okay. Speed and climb is at a quarter of your normal speed, so it's at 5. Experience and hero points, that's for the actual adventure and the campaign. Those you can leave blank for now. Now we go down to our abilities. That's where we have class features, feats, racial traits, and the all sheet. For these videos, I'm only going to go over the class features, feats, and racial traits. I am not going to go over traits. So, first things first, I'm going to go through race and racial traits. So we see off right here, +2 dexterity, +2 charisma, -2 strength. So I'm going to go over here and those stats get added to my bar. I can't put. Okay. So because of this, you see automatically changes these numbers automatically change. And anywhere else those numbers appear at upgrades as well. Small. I'm actually going to put that in my racial traits because I might forget what does it mean being small. So here you can close the macro text and the ID fields. I suggest you close those on every one of these boxes that you open up. And it's +1 AC, +1 size, and a -1 to my CMBs. So I'm just going to copy and paste it straight into my What else do we have? Speed we got. Fearless. +2 on all saving throws against fear. So on this one, I'm actually gonna close the big description box. Put fearless. +2 saving against fear. Because the trait is basically straightforward, I don't have to use the whole box. I can just use this short one, and you can resize it as well if you need to. Halfling luck. They receive +1 on all saving throws. Same thing. I believe just as a check. Oh, this bonus does stack with Halfling luck. Good to know. Next up is Keen Senses, +2 on perception checks. So you can see a lot of these they're not complicated racial traits, but they are good bonuses. Sure-footed, +2 on acrobatics and climb. Oh, that's not. I'm just gonna change that to say sure-footed. And weapon familiarity. This one I am gonna use the full description box. Weapon familiarity. And halflings have a proficient with slings, and any weapon with the word halfling in it as a martial weapon. So that. So these are all my racial traits. These we will go into in another area. Now let's hop over to class features. Rogue. We have weapon and armor proficiency. Rogues are proficient with all simple weapons, plus the hand, crossbow, rapier, sap, short bow, and sword. They are proficient with light armor, but not shields. So I'm just going to copy and paste this into my class thing. Weapon and armor proficiency. Copied in. Close. Sneak attack. Obviously, as a rogue, that's going to be pretty important. So, if a rogue can catch an opponent when he is unable to defend himself, extra damage. I'm going to copy and paste this entire thing in there, and then I'll explain it to you guys as well. So, the rogue attack deals extra damage anytime her target would be denied a dexterity bonus. Which means if they are flat-footed, if they are stunned, or anything that prevents them from having their full dexterity armor. Or when the rogue flanks her target. What this means is, you have your fighter and he's fighting an enemy, the rogue can flank him like from behind and can do the sneak attack. This attack extra damages 1d6 at first level and increases by 1d6 every 2 rogue levels. If I score a crit, it does not multiply. And you can obviously, you must be able to see who you're attacking. Trap finding. Pathfinding is a rogue adds half a level to perception skill checks made to locate traps and to disable device skill checks. And you can use disable device to disarm magical traps. So that's hard to put into like an actual character sheet, but basically means my perception skill checks and my disabled device skill checks or increase as I level up as a rogue. Now, as a feat, I only get one feat because I have no racial, no class bonuses. Feats are like passives or like abilities that aren't class specific. So, you can go over here to feats, and it will give you descriptions, and it gives you also a big table showing you feats, requisites, and the benefits to it. And you can also, in the compendium, feats, and it gives you the whole full list of them all. So obviously, as I am a rogue, I want something that can make it easier for me to be sneaky. So we're gonna go through this. Let's see if anything jumps out at us as a rogue that could help us. Maybe see if there's something that's like stealthy. Maybe that could help. +2 an escape artist and stealth checks. That could be good. I think I like stealthy. And you see if you click on it, it'll bring you right to it. So I'm gonna go over here to feats. I'm gonna see if it's actually in my list. If I don't type it with everything else. It's not. And new feat. Stealthy. And this is quite simple. +2 to escape artist and stealth. Okay. Again, traits I am not gonna go over. Traits or like mini feats based on your character's background. These are possibly for like campaigns and stuff. What would be good to do. But if your character doesn't, if the background isn't really important or crafted, it's not gonna work. So now, in this basic video, I'm going to skip the traits. And then the last thing we need is just to go over to skills. And if we go back to our rogue, we have what's called class skills. The voice class skills are, and it lists them all for you. And this means over here on the skill tab, where it says CS, that means class skill. So I'm going to put anything that has a class skill. So acrobatics, appraise, bluff, climb. Acrobatics, appraise, bluff, climb. Craft, diplomacy, disable device. I believe disguise, escape artist, yep. Intimidate. Knowledge, dungeoneering, knowledge, local. Linguistics and perception. Perform and profession. Sense, motive, sleight of hand. Stealth, swim, and use magic device. Okay. So what this means is, as a class skill, if I put a point into it, I get a bigger bonus. When you put a rank into any skill, you get +1 to it. However, if you do a class skill, you get an additional +3. Now this is only from this is a one-time thing. It basically means if you have at least 1 point in it, you get even more. And you can see it actually takes all my points from from whatever the modifier is and automatically calculates it in for me. So this we're going to go back to later. Now let's go back to our defenses and our attack. As you can see, it automatically calculates the armor and everything for you. So now we gotta see what are we gonna have of equipment. So as a rogue, I'm at 4d6 times 10 for my gold, and for this I got it by just going to the equipment page on the Pathfinder Reference Document. So I'm just gonna roll 4d6 times 10. 180 gold. Again, above average, similar to my fighter. We're rolling high for that money. And I'm just going to dump it over here for my inventory just so I can remember. And now we're going to go down and we're going to see what are we going to wear. What we're going to wear, what's going to be our weapons. Do a dagger. Is a kukri better? I forget what a kukri is. That no, that's not what I want then. We'll go with dagger. The tried and true rogue weapon of a dagger. 2 gold. So for that, you go to your attacks. And you see it automatically calculates everything for you. I can close the attack notes. I don't have any notes really. Macro options, attacks. Add a new weapon, dagger. Now, this means enhanced, so if it was like a +1 dagger, you would put the +1 here. The MWK means it's a masterwork. Masterwork weapons get a +1 to their attack rolls. As a note, any magical weapon is automatically a masterwork weapon. So that's how that works. Now, this you can skip. Attack type, it's a melee weapon. AC. Daggers at a 19 to 20 crit. Multiplier is ×2. Confidence to die. I'm actually a small character, so I use the small table, 1d3. Equation, nothing value. Multiplier damage ability is strength, -2, and it is the damage type is P or S, piercing or slashing. And you see the dagger actually has ranged. That's my range of if I want to throw the dagger. Guess I can close all that. And actually, while I'm here, let us use a light crossbow. Attack type, this is a ranged weapon. AC is 19 to 20 for crit. Multiplier is also ×2. More as a 1d6. Damage ability. What's the damage ability for crossbow actually, off the top of my head? I believe it is also. I believe it's dexterity. I'm not sure on that. I need to double check that quickly for you guys. damage is piercing, and the range of the crossbow is 80 feet. Ammo, we're going to also let's quickly look at our ammo. I'll do 100 crossbow bolts. Why not? We're crazy. Close the rest. Now we have our dagger and our crossbow. I'm just going to quickly toss this over here and just see what the ability is in terms of damage. It is. Yep, I was correct. Crossbows do add dexterity to damage. So most ranged weapons add dexterity. Melee weapons add strength, like I said. And the reason I bought myself a crossbow, just to give you guys also ideas for when you make your rogue, is obviously the dagger by itself doesn't do much damage. And if I'm not in stealth, you get the additional 1d6. Oh, that's not the sneak attack. I'm going to need something that can do damage. So I'm 1d6 crossbow, plus 5. That's going to do some damage from afar. Now we have our weapons. Now we need gear. So let's go with. In this case, I'm actually going to go with padded as opposed to leather, because maximum dexterity bonus, and I believe if you see right now my defense, actually it's a plus 5. So I can actually go with the leather armor. If my bonus was a 7, for example, then I would only get 7 as opposed to I would still only get 6, not 7, if I wore leather armor. So we'll wear the leather armor for defense. And then same thing, we're just going to go down to leather, 10 gold, plus 2 for armor bonus. Dexterity, as we mentioned, was a 6. There is no armor check penalty, 10% spell failure, and it's light. You see it automatically calculates it through for me. No ACP, this is all good. Tax is all good. Inventory, let's just do a quick check. We spent 10 gold on the armor. We spent 35 on the crossbow, that's 45. Spent 10 gold to buy 100 bolts, that's 55. 57 gold we spent on that. That puts us at 120 gold to spend. And now we'll just go down to equipment, scroll past the weapons and the armor, and see anything else we could use. Now here, first thing you want is some clothes. That could help. I'm going to go with the traveler's outfit, actually. By name, traveler's outfit. One quantity, I think it's 5 pounds? Yep. Chest, leather armor. I believe leather armor weighed 15 pounds. Equipment, what do we need? Well, I'm going to probably need some thieves' tools. So that'd be good to have. Carried 1 quantity, max weight is 1 pound. And in case you guys are wondering what that is, if you scroll down, it should tell you. So in this case, thieves' tools. This kit contains lockpicks and other tools you need to use for the disabled device. Without these tools, you must use improvise tool and take a -2 penalty. Which means if you're going to disable the device, if you don't have a thieves' tool kit with you, you'll be at a -2. However, if you don't have it, that means you're going to have to MacGyver it basically. With it, that means it's your basic, what you need. I am also going to probably get me a disguise kit for my disguising. So, let's see how much that cost me. Disguise kit was right here. 50 gold. And how much is a disguise kit? 8 pounds. Was thieves tool only 1 pound? So 30 and 50 is 80 gold. Plus the clothes, which was 1, is 81 gold. That's 128. 81 out of that puts me at 42 gold. No, that's not right. 52 gold. Right? You can always go back and double check. Don't worry. Rope, we'll do 50 feet of rope. Feet. Volume 1. And that weighs 10 pounds. I'm going to do a grappling hook. And that weighs 4 pounds. And do a backpack. Carry some of this stuff. It's 2 pounds. And let us do a bedroll. Let's do some trail of actions. There's 1 weight. Okay. Trail of actions are basically food per day. I believe that's all I'm gonna need for my character. Let's do flint and steel. It's always good to have some sort of flint and steel on you in case you need to make fire. That has 0.5. Okay. So then now let us recap how much money we actually spent. So flint and steel, 1 gold. Salvations is 5 silver each, I believe. Actions 12, 5, so that's 25. I'm just gonna wash that out. Bedroll, another silver, wash it out. Backpack, 2, so up to 3 gold. Grappling hook, 1 gold, that's 4. What else do we have? Rope, 1 gold. The disguise kit is 50 gold. The thieves tools is 30 gold. The Traveler's outfit is 1 gold. And then we spent our weapons and stuff. We spent 10 gold for the leather armor. $35 for the crossbow. Another 10 gold for the crossbow bolts. And then 2 gold for the dagger. That's 3, 4, 5, 55, 85, 95, 105, 140, 143 gold spent. Which puts us at 37 gold on our body still. Now we have an issue that we've come into here. The issue is, because my character isn't that strong, I actually am encumbered quite a lot. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to change this 12 and this 9. And don't worry, when I change these, it will automatically change these modifiers across the whole sheet. That's the beauty of the Roll20 character sheet. I don't have to go through, it does it automatically for me. And now I'm still heavy. What's so heavy on my body right now? I don't even have the other things I'm missing. I'm missing my crossbow light, which is, how much does the crossbow weigh? 4 pounds. And crossbow bolts. That's going to be hard to do, so we're going to put it as a quantity of 10. Yeah, I have 10 stacks of 10 at 1. And then a dagger. 1 dagger. And that will be 1 pound. You can see I'm carrying 50.5 carry equipment plus the armor 71. So I'm actually like 25. I'm actually quite encumbered. So we're gonna have to just play around a little bit and see what can we get rid of. Okay. So let's modify this a bit. Let's get rid of the rope, the grappling hook, and oh no, wait, that's not right. Molten steel doesn't have a weight. Oh, that's 0.5. No, my bad. We're at 57. So we are 8 pounds over medium weight. The disguise kit, basically. I kind of want to keep the disguise kit though, just because I think it would be a cool concept to have. But it looks like the disguise kit's gonna have to go. So, modify. Bye-bye. And I'm actually going to... And now we're on medium weight. So now if you go back to my core, I'm still a little slow in terms of speed. Isn't that good? I still to try and fix that best I can. So strength's gonna be on the top thing I'm gonna want to try and fix. Definitely. That's not bad. And obviously, because I got rid of all those items, that money goes back in my pocket. So the grappling hook was 1 gold, rope was 1 gold, and the disguise kit was still at 50 gold. So that's 52 gold back, that's 89 gold. And that is 91. Now I'm encumbered again because shocking, I have too many. The money is too heavy for me. So we're just gonna dump the crossbow bolts. Yeah, so we only have 50 crossbow bolts. Then we can just change that over to an attacks. Okay. So I know it was a bit complicated right there, but that was because of how inventory problems. Had so much money you want to spend it, and you ended up. Which does bring an interesting point, a little tangent, if you will. That in like an RPG video game, you can walk around with like thousands of gold on you. That's not realistic. You're not walking the streets with 2,000 gold in your pocket. That's be quite heavy. So obviously, as you build a fortune, you want to kind of store it someplace, invest it someplace. That's something for characters to keep an eye out for. So inventory is good now. Spells. Rogues don't have any spells. Attack is all taken care of. Defense is all taken care of. Skills. We can now quickly just do a quick check. Go back to our racial treats. +2 perception, acrobatic, and climb. So we can quickly go up to our skill. Perception, climb, and acrobatic get +2 because of racial. Anything else? That I'm not gonna do the fear ones. Class features. +2 to escape artist and stealth. Escape artist is +2 because of feats. That's the second column. And stealth. Alright, so now we have 12 skill points. Spend. So where are we going to spend them? Well, let's put one into our. Let's put 2 into our climb. Oh. And that'll change our skill to our climb to be positive. Let us put a point into knowledge local, knowledge dungeoneering. Perception, definitely want to up that perception. Sense motive, maybe 2 in sleight of hand, 2 in stealth. I have 2 points left. Let's put 1 in acrobatics and 1 in bluff. And those are all my skill points. So I have a +13 to stealth. That's gonna make me pretty sneaky. Knowledge is good. My climb is good. My acrobatics is good. Escape artist. Obviously, I don't have disguise, so that's not gonna. So disguise kit, I'm not gonna be doing any disguising. And I have an intelligence of +3. What we can do is you do get a modifier to your languages based on that. Okay, So I get 3 languages I can pick from this list. We are going to do, let's do goblins, orcs, and let's do dwarves. Dwarves, goblin, and orcs. This alphabet. Goblins, orcs, dwarves. So my halfling knows quite a bit of languages. And then again, you can hit the Alt tab at the end, and you see everything all together in one page. Halfling, rogue, level 1, my information, my stat sheet, my class, my HP, initiative, speed, XP. This we can change it to the All tab, and it will have everything all listed for you in one spot. Class abilities, feats, close that. Racial traits all there. Defense has all my defense stats. Saving throws. That. Armor. That. My attack range. My attacks. All my skill points. We can even close that. Equipment. Spellcasting, I'm not spellcaster right now. The NPC tab, don't need that. That's everything we need. So you see guys, that's how you can put together a character sheet for a rogue. In my case, a halfling rogue. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys learn how to make your halfling rogues. And again, you can always change it based on whatever race you pick. Just keep in mind, as a rogue, obviously you are stealth class, trap finder class. So, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for another episode with another class to show you guys how to make that one as well.